Hello, my name is Simon, and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our 3-0 tonking at Anfield. The good was that there were some separately good performances, or individual performances I should say. Nathan Ake and Steve Cook, I think they're a good pair in central defence. I thought Asmir Begovic was a safe pair of hands. And, you know, we didn't particularly run Liverpool close, but we definitely didn't get completely obliterated like, say, Watford did the other week. So there was that to take from the game, I suppose. Yeah, quite a lot, to be honest. Although we lost 3-0 to one of the best sides currently in Europe, I think, I still feel like it was a strange game where we didn't really choose the right personnel. We didn't really give ourselves the best possible chance of getting an upset. We were in the game right up until Salah's incredible headed effort with a great cross from Trent Arnold. I think that part gets missed, but that cross was superb, pinpoint. And Salah, headed it over Begovic. Up to that point we were kind of in the game, but we didn't create anything up to that point. We had a chance at 2-0 to make it 2-1, which Gosling should have buried. Wilson had one that whistled past the post. So yeah, we only really came into the game at 2-0, but we never really looked like coming back into it, despite our obviously comeback heroics. So yeah, I think there are limitations in the squad that that are always seems to be exposed by the better sides. And yeah, one of them was obviously Simon Francis and Daniels just looked very limited in defensive roles. Yeah, we didn't really get out of our box. We just kept giving the ball away constantly throughout the game. Our midfield two of Lewis Cook and Dan Gosling just simply couldn't cope with Liverpool's midfield three. And that has much to do with their own abilities as the fact they just weren't given enough support. We should have played three in the middle with one up front. Instead of playing Defoe as a front man and playing long balls over to him against Lovren, which made no sense at all. We got more joy when we brought on Wilson, who has pace to trouble Lovren. So yeah, there were some strange choices. Overall, we didn't really give ourselves a good chance to win the game, or even get a result from the game, or even get close, to be honest. So yeah, it was a disappointing game and one to forget. Yeah, just not really anything specific, to be honest. Just the poor performances from players that really should be moved on over the summer, if not onto the bench. Definitely, just out of the team altogether. Even though they're legends like Charlie Daniels and Simon Francis, they're just nowadays not good enough to start in the Premier League, and they need to be replaced. As cruel as that may sound. Obviously it hurts me to say it, and it's obviously not a best moment from a Bournemouth perspective, but Salah's goal was just superb. He's a man who can do no wrong at the moment. Everything he tries comes off. I thought Nathan Ake actually shackled him pretty well for 89 minutes and 59 seconds, but sadly he switched off for a second, and Salah just took complete advantage. He might have been switched on, to be honest, and he still would have become victim to what was a pretty special goal, in my opinion. Yeah, a couple of people got in touch over Facebook, so thanks so much for that. The first was Alan Harris, who said, too slow to get started, showed too much respect early on, too many players having off days. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Yeah, we started very poorly. They should have scored before they did in the 7th minute. And yeah, although after that point we did okay, we stayed in the game. They obviously had loads of shots, but they didn't have any great chances up until the end, obviously, where we were trying to push for a goal and they had several opportunities on the break. But yeah, again, I think we showed too much respect. I think if you show too much respect, you can get battered. Like obviously against Spurs, I thought we really pushed them and got obviously lost 4-1, but that scoreline didn't really reflect the game. But yeah, I think maybe if we'd gone at Liverpool a bit more, we might have lost even by more. So you really don't know. I think we were in a no-win situation on yesterday. And finally, Frederick Pigeon Ogilvie said, outclassed by a fantastic team, no disgrace in that, defended well. Thanks, Fred. Obviously, you're a Liverpool fan, but yeah, I thought overall we defended okay for large swathes of the game. It just wasn't good enough. I just think the most disappointing thing was how we didn't look particularly threatening going forward, and I think that had in part to do with the players we chose to be up front. King should have been the main man up front, or at least given a chance, or even Wilson should have stayed in despite his poor recent form. He caused more problems for Lovren than in 20 or 30 minutes than Defoe did in his whole time on the pitch. So yeah, that's all for this video. Best to sweep this one under the rug and forget about it, to be honest. Yeah, you can get in touch with AFCB Analysis on Facebook and Twitter though. The URLs are in this video's description. They're also in text form here. I also write for Yahoo Sport about Bournemouth once a week, and I wrote a rather perhaps harsh article on Charlie Daniels and how he needs to be replaced now, even though he's done obviously great things for the club. And you can check that out by following the link to my Yahoo Sport bio in this video's description as well. But yeah, please do like this video, comment, subscribe. It really helps spread the word, and yeah, it'd be great to get more people involved. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.